Hello, friends. Today we're embarking on a fascinating journey through the life of a man whose name is forever etched in the history of geographical discoveries, James Cook. Get ready, it's going to be interesting.
Imagine England in the 18th century. A quiet village called Marton in Yorkshire. Here, in the family of a simple farmhand, a boy is born who is destined to change the world. On the 7th of November, 1728, James Cook comes into the world. His childhood cannot be called carefree. The family lived modestly, and James had to help his father from a young age. But despite the hard work, the boy was drawn to knowledge. He was curious, attentive, and possessed an incredible memory. At the age of 13, James enters the local school, where he studies the basics of mathematics, reading, and writing. This knowledge became his passport to the world he dreamed of. At 17, Cook takes a job as a clerk in a grocery store in the fishing village of Staithes. Here, observing the maritime life, the brave sailors, he realizes that his true calling is the sea. But James is in no hurry to jump in headfirst. He understands that the sea requires knowledge and experience. Therefore, he diligently studies navigation, astronomy, and mathematics. In 1746, at the age of 18, Cook leaves the store and enlists as a cabin boy on the coal brig. Free love. This is the beginning of his naval career. On the Free Love, Cook gains invaluable experience, participating in the transport of coal along the coast of England. He learns quickly, proving himself to be a capable and responsible sailor. In 1755, when England is preparing for war with France, Cook enlists in the Royal Navy. This decision becomes a turning point in his destiny. Thanks to his knowledge and skills, Cook quickly rises through the ranks. He participates in the 7 Years' War, proving himself to be a brave and skilled commander. During the Siege of Quebec, Cook maps the St. Lawrence River, which played an important role in the British victory. His talent as a cartographer was noticed, and this opened up new horizons for him. In 1768, Cook receives his first independent command. He is appointed captain of the ship, Endeavour, and sent on an expedition to the Pacific Ocean. The main purpose of the expedition is to observe the transit of Venus across the disk of the Sun. But it also has a secret mission, the search for the hypothetical southern continent, Terra Australis Incognita. The Endeavour sets off on a long and dangerous voyage. Cook and his crew visit Tahiti, New Zealand, and explore the east coast of Australia. Cook proves himself not only as a talented navigator and cartographer, but also as a wise and fair leader. He takes care of his crew, maintains discipline, and tries to avoid conflicts with the local population. During the expedition, Cook draws detailed maps of New Zealand and the east coast of Australia, proving that they are not part of the southern continent. After returning from his first voyage, Cook becomes famous. He is appointed captain of the ship, Resolution, and sent on a second expedition to the Pacific Ocean, 1772 to 1775. The purpose of the second expedition is to definitively establish the existence or non-existence of the southern continent. Cook and his crew explore the vast expanses of the southern Pacific Ocean, cross the Antarctic Circle, but find no trace of the southern continent. Cook concludes that Terra Australis Incognita, if it exists, is in an area inaccessible due to ice. In 1776, Cook embarks on his third and final expedition. This time, his task is to find the Northwest Passage from the Pacific Ocean to the Atlantic. Cook explores the west coast of North America, reaches the Bering Strait, but does not find the passage. In the winter of 1779, Cook's ships arrive in the Hawaiian Islands. The sailors spend several weeks here, replenishing supplies and resting. The locals treat them kindly, considering Cook a god. However, in February of 1779, a tragic event occurs. The British have a boat stolen. Cook decides to get it back by force and goes to the Hawaiian chief. During a clash with local residents, Cook receives a fatal wound. On the 14th of February, 1779, the great navigator dies. Cook's death was a tragedy for the whole world. He was one of the most outstanding navigators and explorers of his time. Cook made a huge contribution to geography, cartography, ethnography, and other sciences. His discoveries expanded the boundaries of the known world, enriching humanity's knowledge of our planet. He proved that the southern continent, as it was imagined, does not exist. He drew detailed maps of New Zealand, the east coast of Australia, and many islands in the Pacific Ocean. Cook was not only a talented navigator, but also a humanist. He tried to maintain friendly relations with the local population, studied their culture and customs. The name of James Cook will forever remain in history. He was a man who was not afraid to look into the face of the unknown, who strived for new discoveries and knowledge. What is the secret of James Cook's success? Why did he become one of the most famous navigators in history? First, Cook was an incredibly hardworking and determined person. He never gave up in the face of difficulties, always striving for new knowledge and achievements. Second, Cook possessed outstanding abilities in navigation and cartography. He was able to navigate in the most difficult conditions, drawing accurate and detailed maps. Third, Cook was a wise and fair leader. He was able to inspire his crew, maintain discipline, and make the right decisions. And finally, Cook was a curious and open-minded person. He was interested in the culture and customs of other peoples, tried to understand them and find common ground. But perhaps the most important secret of Cook's success was that he was the son of a farmhand. Yes, you heard right. The man who conquered the seas and oceans was born into a simple peasant family. He did not receive an aristocratic education, did not belong to high society. He achieved everything himself, thanks to his hard work, perseverance, and talent. The story of James Cook is an inspiring example that anyone can achieve their dream, regardless of their origin. The main thing is to believe in yourself, not be afraid of difficulties, and always strive for new knowledge. And so, our journey through the life of James Cook has come to an end. I hope you found it interesting and informative. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel to not miss new interesting stories. And write in the comments who else you would like to know about. And I say goodbye to you and wish you new discoveries and interesting journeys. Until next time.